Hey everyone, and welcome! Today, we're going to break down the complete blueprint for taking any event you plan, big or small, and turning it into something truly special, a must-attend, unforgettable success story. So, think about it. You've done all the hard work, right? You've got the venue, you've lined up your speakers, all the logistics are handled. But here's the real question, the one that keeps planners up at night. How do you take a well-planned event and make it something people are buzzing about for weeks? Well, the secret isn't just adding more things to your to-do list. It's actually a pretty simple four-phase blueprint. This thing covers everything from grabbing people's attention before the event all the way to keeping that buzz alive long after it's over. So let's dive in at the very beginning with phase one. All right, first up, crafting your story. This is the foundation for everything else. Before you even think about sending an email or making a social media post, you need a story, a narrative that makes your event sound totally unique and exciting. And it all starts with your headline. I mean it. This is probably the single most important piece of marketing you will create. A boring one, it's basically invisible. But a great one? A great one does all the heavy lifting for you, grabbing the attention of not just your audience, but the media too. I mean, just look at the power of storytelling here. Guided hike? Fine, whatever. But explore sunken shipwrecks at low tide? Whoa! Suddenly, that's an adventure. It's literally the same walk, but the story makes it magnetic. And the same thing goes for the Bitcoin workshop. You add a top industry leader, and it goes from just another generic session to a can't-miss opportunity. And the payoff for that shipwreck headline? It was huge. The person who came up with it got their event featured in the Sunday paper. That's publicity that would have cost them around $10,000 to buy, all from one single amazing headline. That's the power we're talking about. Okay, so that brings us to phase two. You've nailed your story, it's compelling, it's exciting. Now you've got to get it in front of the right people. Now, pitching the media can feel a little scary, right? But it really doesn't have to be. This four-step process makes it so much easier. You just find the right person, get on their radar by, actually engaging with their work before you ask for something. And then you pitch them your incredible, story-driven event. See, it's about building a real relationship, not just sending a cold email. And hey, your outreach doesn't have to stop at newspapers. You can tap into the networks of your high-profile speakers. You can use services like HARO, that's Help a Reporter Out, to get quoted as an expert. Pitch yourself to local radio shows. And here's the really cool part. There's a dual benefit. Every time you get a mention, you get traffic right away, but you also get these valuable links back to your site, which boosts your authority with Google over time. Win-win. Okay, your promotion worked. People are showing up. The room is full. Welcome to phase three, wowing your attendees. Let's look at how one incredibly simple tool can completely change the entire on-site experience. All right, it might sound a little simple, maybe even a bit old-fashioned, but your secret weapon is the welcome handout. Seriously, a well-designed brochure or even just a simple card can make every single guest feel welcome, informed, and comfortable from the second they walk through the door. You have to think of this handout as more than just a schedule. It's like a Swiss Army knife for your event. It's got the itinerary, sure, but it also has your event hashtag, info about your other services, a nice spot for sponsor shoutouts, and, this is key, a hook for your next event. The biggest benefit here is actually psychological. Think about it. When people know what to expect, they relax. A handout gets rid of all that uncertainty, and that instantly creates this warmer, more organized, and just more professional vibe for everybody. And it solves another classic problem, that awkward feeling of being one of the first people to arrive. You know what I'm talking about. By putting the event hashtag right there on the handout, you give people something to do. They can hop on social media, see who else is there, and start connecting before the first speaker even gets on stage. And finally, the masterstroke. Add a discount code for your next event. This little detail is absolutely genius. Why? Because it gives people a reason to keep the handout. They're not going to just toss it in the recycling. No, it's going to sit on their desk, acting as a physical reminder and a financial incentive to sign up for whatever you've got planned next. And that brings us to our final phase. The event is over, everyone had a great time, but your job isn't quite done. Because the end of one event is actually the beginning of the promotion for your next one. So, let's put a name to this idea. We'll call it the event success loop. The best way to think about it is like a flywheel. You take all that amazing positive energy from the event you just finished, all the photos, the quotes, the social media chatter, and use it to build momentum and excitement for the next one. It's a self-sustaining cycle of hype. And here is exactly how you get that flywheel spinning. First, you create an awesome recap post with tons of photos and quotes. Then you share it everywhere and you tag the people who were there. You email it to attendees to remind them what a great time they had. And, this is my favorite part, you email it to the people who didn't come to create a little bit of FOMO, fear of missing out. And in every single one of those communications, you're hinting at or outright announcing what's coming next. So the next time you're planning an event, don't just think about the day itself. Think about the whole story, from beginning to end and back to the beginning again. Because a truly unforgettable event isn't just a moment in time. It's a story that keeps on telling itself, building your community and making sure they can't wait to see what you do next.